now we're just expecting the torch to come out any time now. In fact, everybody is now moving towards where the buses and all the movement has begun. And we just spoke with the DCP, and he said he does not know for sure, but it's to come out any time now, Smita. So we're just waiting and watching. Anytime the torch could move out from here, and it would move on to Rajpath.
Indeed, there was some speculation yesterday that the 3 to 6 p.m. timing could be a red herring. The government may in fact attempt to have that torch relay earlier in the day, but that's not happened. We believe the torch is still housed at the hotel, the 5-star hotel where Geetika Pokhriyal is posted right now. Neetu Jain, you're behind North Block that leads up to Rajpath. As one of the newspaper cartoonists put it this morning, he said the only possible way to look at that torch could be through a satellite picture. Does it look like that, given the security rings that are present?
Yes, in fact, the do's and don'ts that were handed out yesterday said anybody inside these buildings will not even be allowed to go anywhere near the windows. Of course, doors and windows will all be sealed. So just imagine the kind of paranoia that the government is facing. You can't even have a deco at the torch, you know. And in the midst of the fortress-like situation that you have here, I'm just wondering what kind of the experience that the Delhi police personnel are going through. They're wearing nylon track suits, and they must be really dying in that blistering heat. Apart from Delhi police, most of them is actually going to be a Delhi police show, which is why the Chinese are also getting the jitters. For earlier, what we were under the impression that Chinese commandos will be guarding the torch, but unfortunately for the Chinese, the Indian has politely told them that the security can be very well handled by the by the Delhi police. That's what it looks like, which is why yesterday and in fact in the run up to the torch, Chinese officials were really jittery.
Right.
In fact, the ambassador, breaking all protocol, had met the police commissioner. He had also expressed a wish he wanted to go and meet the local DCP. In fact, some of these requests were turned down. But yes, this area is a complete fortress. You're going to be having 15,000 policemen who won't be really cheering the torch, but they'll be there to guard Rajpath, and you'll be having a lot of surveillance from the air as well in the form of the choppers. So that's the kind of security here, and Delhi police is really jittery.
Neetu, the initial script for the Olympic torch relay had envisaged a number of school students also cheering on from the sidelines, apart from the 70-odd celebrities who would be running that relay. That's not happening, is it?
Well, Sheila Dikshit had yesterday met the Home Minister, and she had expressed her apprehensions about allowing school children to be part of this drill, considering the kind of security that you have here. But her request was turned down, and now we believe that school children will be in the final lap of the torch relay. In fact, when the ceremony comes to an end, you really need some kind of people here. You just can't be having policemen to be watching over the show with a handful of dignitaries, which is why poor school children, they'll be out again in this blistering heat, and they will be forced to be a part of the cheerleading squad.
Indeed.
That's the only kind of people you have here who will be cheering it. And remember, Smita, yesterday in Islamabad, the torch relay passed off very peacefully. So that's a message coming out from Pakistan that if we can do it so well, so can you. But the Indian government, remember, has to look at the fact that we are a democracy, and protesters wherever have to be allowed to have their say. So
right.
This is a fine balancing act that the government has to make between protesters and keeping the Chinese happy.
Right. Importantly, that torch relay in Pakistan, though taking place inside a stadium, but it also brings us to the Tibetan protesters and the parallel relay. Simi, you're at Jantar Mantar. Has that parallel torch relay ended? We've heard the Tibetan government in exile appeal to those protesters to keep it peaceful. Has it been by and large peaceful, Simi?
Yes, Smita, till now the torch run has been really peaceful. It started from Rajghat, which is really a symbol of peace and non-violence for Indians. The Tibetans here trying to align themselves with the Indians, where the torch was flagged off by George Fernandez. It started from Rajghat, it ran all the way through the main arterial roads of the capital onto Janpath. It reached here very peacefully. The Delhi police officials were obviously present in large numbers. There had been self-immolation bids, and the Delhi police was keeping a strong eye to make sure that nothing violent happens in the streets of the capital. The day the Olympic torch was reaching here, there were PCR vans who were also said to be carrying blankets and fire extinguishers with them to avoid any kind of violence, to make sure that all the protesters are safe and sound. Today is obviously a very big day for protesters who've been protesting for the last 2 weeks. The entire drama that's been unfolding on the streets of the capital has been very organized. The media has constantly been kept in the loop. The protesters have been giving us information about their next move, where they'll be protesting next. Everything is being covered by the media. Everything's really playing out in the media eye. It's a very organized protest, and it's for everyone to see how angry they are at the Chinese government, and how angry they are about also with the Indian government for not allowing them to be present at the actual Olympic torch run at Rajpath. Lots of people who participated in the parallel torch run were actually people who were really angry for not being allowed to be present at Rajpath today. There were lots of anger and frustration amongst these people, but at the end it was a peaceful run that culminated at Jantar Mantar.
Right. All right. Simi, just a final word from you, Meetu Jain. The budget session of Parliament is still on. We know tomorrow is a day off for parliamentarians. They've taken a half day today as well, given that all roads leading out of Parliament have been blocked, possibly no MPs present in Parliament at this point.
Well, I know a short while ago, Shivraj Patil, the Home Minister, he left with his entourage. He left from this side, in fact, of North Block. So the Home Ministry, in fact, the do's and don'ts that they had issued yesterday is that all government officials should leave their offices only after 6 p.m. I don't think that's an instruction that either cabinet ministers or MPs are following. But yes, there is a lot of difficulty in accessing Parliament. You have to access it via Parliament in Exi, and attendance was really thin at Parliament, but that hasn't deterred a lot of people from leaving, although the instructions were there, from leaving really early. And in fact, there are a lot of cars parked here in this area, but that's only because of certain officials who really have a lot of work to do. But the top brass, whether it's in the government or in the Home Ministry, they've already left for home. Smita?
It's a good alibi indeed. Meetu Jain, Simi Pasha, Geetika Pokhriyal as well. Appreciate you joining us with all those details. We'll be following that Olympic torch relay very, very closely. Time for a quick break here. When we come back, it's a temporary breather for the UPA government. Inflation